Hello everyone, welcome back to Locke's Quest. Today we're in part 9. We're getting close to the halfway point of this Let's Play, as far as the video content, but not the game. We're also at another area where we're going to get more information about Jacob and Keenan, as far as the backstory of the war of the battle at Dark Ridge, and what exactly happened that fateful day. So Locke decides to take a little break and get some wood for fire and the like. But then, randomly, in the piece, he has to find clockworks. These little time periods are nice little moments for character development for Locke, and let us see that he still remembers the problem that he originally left for. Which was his grandfather, which was the search for Emmy, which he's been sidetracked off of with this campaign in the north. Uh-oh. Yeah, he mentions the flat can turrets. I remember on one playthrough, I did not have flat cans, and I was so screwed. Arcane Weakling, come out from your hiding spot! I have to say his voice. Destroy them! Curse them both! I'll protect us. And I was so messed up when I got to this point. Alright, Heavy does a lot of things that are debatably difficult. For one thing, he's a night clockwork, which means that he does a lot of damage naturally. He's also a boss night clockwork, which means that he's got triple the damage of the normal clockworks, even the blue ones. Now, the defenses I set up here were not that great, and they're only set up that way, and they were set in a way that would make it a bit more difficult to walk around. I'm going to keep them up in a certain format, so that way I can keep moving them, so that way I can keep moving around easier. But Heavy's going to destroy a lot of my walls. This area is another area where myself I can't really tell what to do a lot, since the flat cannons aren't exactly a turret that's very useful, meaning that they only attack one type of enemy. That makes them slightly hard to build a defense around because you really don't know what to do with the other defenses. At least I don't. Probably someone more skilled or better at the game will know what to do compared to what I did, but yeah. I recommend for this boss fight you stack up on walls, because Heavy will make it through your walls pretty quickly. And when I say pretty quickly, I mean like he goes through your walls like that. He smashes through them, and it's not exactly a pretty scene, I have to admit. These and by stacking on walls, I mean you want to at least put some type of walls around Bluebit himself, which is the objective to protect throughout the entire time. You'll always have some type of protection objective, unless it's you'll never really have a objective that says that you won't be protecting something other than Locke, of course. Bluebit is kind of a comic relief type character. Think of him as Chip from Sonic Unleashed, and as you can see, Bluebit took damage, meaning that he got attacked by the clockworks. They broke through my defenses during one of the days. Now, if I can recommend anything to do during this day, do something I didn't do. I don't know what was with me during this section of the game, but I could not use traps to save my life. And there's Heavy over there. One thing you want to do is always make sure you always remember taking down a boss clockwork ends the day instantly. Meaning that if you take down a boss clockwork with enough time, you can actually end the day before your stuff gets destroyed, and you can end the day before things get real. I'm trying to do the same thing to Heavy that I did to Pain, but it's not going over very well, because Heavy does a lot more damage to walls than Pain did, and Pain was it was easier back then to deflect Pain, because Pain was hitting like one wall and the other wall wasn't getting attacked by anything. But now we're at this point in the game the walls are getting taken down pretty easily, and Heavy does a crap ton of damage. He also has that whenever Heavy attacks you, he will stun your character. He will stun lock, and you can't attack anymore for a few seconds. And he'll use that time to do massive damage to lock and basically take your health bar down. The only way I can really recommend fighting Heavy is to really have a use the acid trap or the acid attack along with your 1-2-3 combo attack that rises up. I don't understand why Heavy is going for Bluebit since Bluebit can't defend himself, but whatever. He's almost dead. The turret's taken down. And as you can see, day successful because I took down Heavy instead of going for all the clockworks or spending the day. I don't know anyone personally who can actually spend the entire day deflecting the boss, because they kind of just run in and take over. Unless you set up a wall defense that is almost impossible to get by, which is near impossible to do, by the way. You're going to have to fight the boss and kill them before the day runs out. They give you way too much time to even hold the boss off if you tried to do that. And since Locke doesn't level up, nor do the bosses get... I mean, the bosses get more difficult, but Locke never levels up. There's really no point to even trying to like hold them off, thinking that because you're too low at level. It's not like level grinding. That's actually one thing I really wish they had brought into Locke's Quest is a level up system. Make it that way. As you complete a day, you level up your ability to use Source, which means that you even with higher amounts, you can based off the amount of Source you gain at the end of like the level or the day, you get experience. And then as you keep gaining experience and gaining levels, the amount of Source it takes you to build constructions like goes down, or you get more health, or you take less damage. You know, it ups your defense or it ups your attack. I would have loved to have seen that, even if it was like a choice thing where I would choose the constructions, where I would choose to make constructions cost less, because the less they cost, the more constructions I can have, which will compensate for maybe my lower defense or lower attack. So this is a Seer. We'll meet other Seers throughout the game. They'll all tell us a bit of a story. And so here we go with cutscene. I thoroughly enjoy those motion graphics. If I have to say, they remind me of a comic book. In fact, Locke's Quest came with a comic book in its in the box. There's a small little comic book, and I might show an image from it at the end of the video. Probably will. And each one of these Seers will give us at least some type of skill. This is where you get the extra abilities. Goo Storm is kind of not that great. All it does is make it it does the goo effect on multiple enemies from far distances, but I don't really need that. I'd much rather have like an ice storm or something that freezes them in general. Anyway.